Hey everyone, and welcome to version 5 of the Inescapable prison, and hopefully the finale. And in this version, we're no longer dealing with armor stands. Instead, we're literally going to trap the prisoner inside a box with a villager. So, just come on in, and give us all the stuff. We are able to see that this is actually a special type of villager, in which I am not able to kill. And this is pretty cool, as I no longer can break blocks, use my bow, throw potions, eat, ender pearl, lava buckets, just because those all require right clicking, which just tries to open up the villager's GUI, and I'm not able to kill it. Basically making it so I'm unable to escape. And the setup for this is really simple. Just over here, I have a super simple design, and this is the whole entire thing. First, we gotta make sure that our villager is always at full health before we send him off. Then I'm going to quickly just turn on the overrides, that way we can watch it in action. And here we are actually in a non-entity processing chunk, and I can show that by turning off the creative players loading chunks. So I'm no longer loading this chunk. And here we have a normal processing chunk due to a bot over there, and so this chunk will act fine. But right here, this villager is no longer being ticked just because it's so far away from the player. And so that's the same for this villager, and what we want to do is move him over to us. And so it's really simple, as this design by Dark sends a signal whenever this chunk is a non-entity processing chunk, which will then put in a signal to this simple flying machine that will push it off over to us. We can show this, and although we can't see it right now, there is a villager right here being pushed off. So we can speed this up. Let's get some obsidian, stop the flying machine. Perfect. Send it back. And I can prove that there's a villager here by trying to place a block, but it's not letting me place a block. And in order to see the actual villager client side, we have to reload our client. So we can do this by logging off and logging back on, flying away really far and coming back, or just going through it totally. And now we can see the villager. And there's your prison. And so, all basically there is to it. There are 3 things that are worthy to note that can break it, is making sure that your villager is at full health, or else the prisoner may be able to kill it. The second is, since the villager was in a minecart when he was getting pushed along, he's still synced to that minecart, and so if we load in that minecart, it will actually send the villager back over there. So we want to do this in a secluded area where common players aren't flying around and accidentally going to load in this chunk. And then another thing is making sure that this prison is always loaded in. So that's why I have this bot here. You can either be yourself if you're like interrogating the prisoner and making your demands, just making sure that it's always loaded in. Sadly, chunk loaders do not work though. And that's all there is to it. Let's go into how to make one, or how to build it. First, just find your place in a secluded area. Then you're going to want to turn on chunk borders, F3 and G. and then find a chunk border you like and build the contraption. So let's do stem, load, our sender. Then let's bring in our villager, some rails, leather, and then minecart. There we go. Minecart. Make sure this pressure plate is ticking. There we go. And then what we're going to do is, since you probably don't know what your simulation distance is on the server, you're slowly just going to back away in each chunk and wait a few seconds and watch the flying machine and wait for it to go. So not this chunk. Nope. 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 So you can just keep repeating this process until you see it fly towards you. Oh, there it goes. So we know that this is the chunk not to cross. And just do a little indication so you know. Get some rails and glass. Perfect. Get some obsidian so we can stop the flying machine. Let's build it right here. Perfect. And we know there's a villager here because I can't place blocks where it's standing. And then I actually want to see the villager, so I'm going to bring over my friend while I go reload my client. Let's go over here. And come back. Now I can see the villager, and if I have some custom spot that I want to place it, I can just move it anywhere I want with a piston. There we go. And let's make sure the tick rate is normal. Not proving my point there, villager. There we go. There's just the tick rate. The villager can also go up. And down. So you can move the villager wherever you want, and if you want to move it super far away, you can do that. Just make sure you have a player here, because while your simulation distance, you can't load in the minecart with your simulation distance, it also has to stay within your render distance. So by having a player here, he's able to not load the minecart, but he's able to have a view distance of the contraption. And so we can send this guy as far as we want, wherever we want basically. And that's just a visual thing, he's still on the flying machine. So we could stop the flying machine and put another one here and push him sideways or wherever. Then we Once you're finally happy where it is, oh wait, villager is here, yep. We can build our little box. Little observer. And the actual activation device, and the actual trap is however you want it to be. This is just nice and quick and simple. So string. Block. Perfect. And if you are too far away that this player is not going to be able to load in the villager, I have to bring someone else in. So let's do player. Let's have him spawn in. Let's have him join us. No? Lost you. There he is. Perfect. Let's reload our client. Perfect. And there we are. Oh, our tick rate. Keep forgetting that. Our Inescapable Prison version 5. I hope you enjoyed watching, and I'll see you later. Bye!